Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Estância São Carlos in Farming Simulator 22 with me, Seawaddy. The sowing contracts are complete and we managed to complete field 18 with 204 litres or 204 litres of seed to spare. I've been and refueled the tractor, but as I was driving back I did notice it's getting a little bit difficult to see out the windows in this thing. So, I've invested, ladies and gents, in a hose pipe. I have a hose pipe. And with that hose pipe, I can now wash my equipment. Richard Jackson, if you are watching, I hope you're happy now. It may not be a pressure washer, but we can keep the stuff clean and shiny in the future. Get that windscreen nice and clean. Barker's here. Good afternoon, Barker. Welcome on in. Look at the paint. Paint's falling off this thing. How are you doing, Watty? I am doing very well. Thank you, Barker. How are you on this fine Monday? And how are everyone on YouTube doing on this fine Monday as I'm recording this episode? Right, I think that's clean. So, next thing then. Let's have a look at the contract screen. There is that ploughing job, 37 grand. However, as we have only got about 6 hours left of the working day, I'm not taking that. That's going to take too long. We can't complete that this month. In fact, that looks like the end of things. So, let's move this. I think we'll pull over the other John Deere tractor. We'll pull over the green track. Oh, I need to refill my seed, obviously. Yes, the seed that I emptied out of Michael's seeder. Because I've got Richard on the brain at the minute. The seed I pulled out of Michael's seeder after doing the canola contract, we can use to refill our lovely machine, can't we? Isn't that nice, ladies and gents? Gives us a little bit of seed back. Right, let's part this one over here. Because I've kind of filled all the gaps. Right. Let's go grab the tractor over here, because that needs a wash too. I'm not too worried about the cultivator. We'll leave that for the time being. But yeah. And then, I guess, once the equipment's washed, we'll just have to move into the new year then, ladies and gents. We'll just travel into January and take it from there. Look at that. Also, for Barker, who is here lurking in the stream and the chat, FYI, there is a new episode of Grand Tour to watch on Amazon Prime. Came out on the 14th or something of June. That's the one I was watching last night, the other evening. Not the Norwegian one, but the one that comes after that. Norway isn't new. No, Norway isn't new, but the episode after Norway is. I hadn't seen the Norway one, so I ended up watching both episodes. That is watched. That is watched. Yeah, basically the new episode is them... The new episode is them taking cars that were never meant to be taken on a road trip. On a road trip that was never meant to be done as a road trip. Right, that is that done. Right, I guess as it's December the 5th, or the last week of December, I guess that means it's Christmas time. It's Christmas time. So I'm going to actually knock off early for Christmas, and I will see you in the new year, ladies and gents. Here we are. Happy New Year, ladies and gentlemen. It is January. Feels exactly the same, I'll be honest. Right, ploughing job on field 9 is still here. Excellent. How many jobs have we done for Isaac Ewing? We've only done one, so we need to do that job. We definitely need to do that job. So we're going to be ploughing this month. And there is harvesting jobs as well. Field 5, field 12. Right, let's have a look. Field 5 is that big one. Field 12 is that one over there. I think now Clifford, we've done 5 jobs for Clifford. Clifford will actually let us borrow his machine minus $12,000. Gianna would let us borrow a machine as well, minus $7,000. Now, do I want to be cheeky and say no? I'm not going to be I'm not going to be naughty. We're going to do this properly and above board. We're not going to cheat anybody. It would be very easy to take advantage of Gianna, and I don't want to do that. We want to run a proper business, so field 5 harvesting accepted for now. I'm not going to do your job at the moment, Gianna. I need to know how long field 5 is going to take me. So let's go get, first of all, the plough, which is going to be this tractor here. Nice and clean, freshly refueled. Right then, have we got a courseplay course loaded in him? No, we haven't. So we can make one. So ploughing job for Minion on field 9. And we'll let him start somewhere around here. Okay, we're going to do 6 meters. We're going to do 6 headlands. Going to have him do clockwise. Up and down road direction, we will then have him working 90 degrees. I think that's a little bit better. And I'll do just a little bit wider than the field. Not much, just a little bit. Right, that's looking good. let's go get him started. So he's basically going to be working round warehouse 3, or whichever warehouse this one is. 1? 2? I forget the numbers of the warehouses, but we're going to be working around that one. We are. And then we're going to be heading up to field 12 with the harvester to do the first of the harvesting contracts available to me this month. And drop that down. Make sure he's happy. He's going to be working on first waypoint. Off you go, sir. Now, I was actually saying to myself a little while ago, off camera, before I started recording, that I need to be a little bit cautious with some of these minions. Because I was looking at the balance sheet. Okay. Doesn't look particularly bad. You know, first month, obviously, we spent a lot of money on equipment. So minus 316,000, I can quite happily live with that. Because we had to buy all the tractors. We had to buy all the equipment that we're currently using. That was always going to be a massive loss month. We made 71,000 in October. 177,000 in November. We made 4 grand in December. December was not very profitable. Weirdly. Despite the fact we had 35 grand of harvest income. And I'm going to guess one of the big contributing factors to why December wasn't very profitable is the wage payment to the minions. 20 grand in December to minions. November, where I made the most money, I spent the least amount on minion wages. Which means I must have done most of the jobs myself. October, we spent just over 35 grand on minion wages. And then in, obviously, September, 27 grand. So I need to be a little bit careful about hiring loads and loads of workers. Obviously, also December was a big expense because obviously we've now got the harvester. We have, which is on hire purchase. It's on a lease agreement. So that's going to be costing us every single month. And that was 60 grand for 1 month. So we need to make sure, at a minimum, we are earning 60 grand every month just to cover the leasing of the harvester. Scary, isn't it? Very scary. Right. Got this lovely harvester ready to go. And off we go. Right, field 12 then, isn't it? No, field 5. Easiest way to get there is just actually having stepped outside of the shop. We just go straight to the left. My tiny little harvester. How long is it going to take me to do these jobs with this? Will I regret not having will I regret not having leased? Hello, dude. Quick toot of the old horn. Good thing is, he's just doing ploughing, which means I could be a little bit cheeky sneaky and use that ploughed bit of field now to turn around on. Because I need to pick up my header trailer. Oh, somebody's messaging me. I will respond to that when I am not in the middle of a YouTube video. Recording content for a YouTube video. But it is stuff that I need to deal with. Lots of messages today. Coming through now. Seems like people in parts of the world are now starting to wake up. Right, we do not have anything to worry about unfolding, so... I'm just wondering, you know, I'm just wondering. Do I want to go into the straw collection business? Pay up, it's the money lady for the football club. No, no, she's not demanding money from me today. She's actually demanding my proofreading and spelling and stuff. Because she's doing a newsletter. Preparing a newsletter to send out to all the club sponsors and stuff. The first of a series of newsletters that will be sent out every month. And she's drafted one up, and she wants me to go. Well, she wanted me to go through, check all the spelling mistakes, and correct any spelling mistakes, and obviously check all the punctuation and grammar. So I've done that. And I've sent a version back with all the corrections. And I did put a cheeky little comment in the reply that I sent her on the email saying, of all the things I didn't think I would have to spell check and correct, I wouldn't have thought I'd have to correct my name. How have you managed to spell my name wrong? Money lady. And then she sent a text back. She sent a text then to me, having got the email, saying, oh dear, I will have done that on everything. And I'm like, well, wherever you've put my name and printed my name, you're going to have to go and correct that, because I'm not having two T's in my surname. I think what confuses everybody is because obviously Watty has two T's in it, but my actual surname only has one. I must be the only person in the world that has a nickname that's actually longer than their surname. It might actually be easier for people to say my actual name rather than my nickname. But hey, I've never wanted to be, you know, I've always liked being awkward. But yes, 54% full. Gonna have to go get the trailer in a minute. Which means I'm going to need to hook it up to a tractor. And I've only got the little articulated red one left. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. discount on the sponsorship. I should probably get a discount on the sponsorship if she spelt my name wrong. For all the trauma that I have suffered from having my name wrong. All the pain and suffering that I've been caused. Yeah, technically I'm not. You're quite right, Barker. If she's misspelled my name and everything, then technically you're quite right. I'm not the sponsor. Do you know what that also means, Barker? I'm not technically responsible for paying for any of the sponsorship stuff then, am I? The other person is. Am I being pestered for money that I don't owe? Could well be, yeah. Yeah, because I'm not the sponsor, obviously. This other person is. I don't think I can use... I can't use the truck. I was thinking, can I use the truck to pull my trailer? And the answer to that is obviously clearly going to be no. Because the truck doesn't have hydraulics. So there'll be no way for me to be able to actually tip it. But let us go and enjoy the wonderful, wonderful harvest. Tell you what, sun's out, it's nice and bright, a little bit foggy and misty on this January morning, but the new year is here. Look, that field 5, look, field 9 is so big. Our little friend hasn't managed his second headland yet, he's still only on the first headland. Mr. Plough. Here he comes again. Should we get a screenshot for the thumbnail? You watch the tree get in the way and ruin it. Give him the obligatory toot toot as we go past. This trailer was made by Rudolph. He's a talented reindeer, isn't he? Talented reindeer. Now, hopefully as well, this will be a first test as well of the harvester. Since I did the last harvest, I've been and tweaked the harvester a little bit, ladies and gents. And hopefully it should unload a little bit faster. It should. So I don't have to sit there for half an hour waiting for it to empty before I can resume my harvesting. So we'll see. Yeah, that fills much faster. That emptied much faster. I'm happy with that. I don't want it to instant unload, but I'm happy with that. That's probably 4 times as fast as it used to be. So that's going to speed this job up nicely. Another nice harvest contract with our lovely little New Holland harvester. Looks like matey's doing potatoes on that field. What a harvest that'll be. What a harvest. So, ploughing contract's underway. Harvest contract underway. We're going to make some good money in January, and I still haven't visited the bank manager yet. Oh, I'll tell you what. We get off to a good start this year, and I'm feeling very, very positive that we're going to be able to expand our business very soon. Very soon. Like I say, I would like to get that field purchased certainly before the summer. Certainly before the summer. As that will definitely get us then where we need to be. Also, because I've removed that, I found the actual mod conflict. When I come into this screen now, I can actually see how much field progress we've done and how much delivery progress we've done. So we are currently at 3% of the required amount of the field that we have to harvest. Because we don't have to harvest the whole field, remember. There's a little bit of error built in to these contracts. But of what we actually have to harvest, I'm at 3%. Did you figure out the mod merging? What, for Football Manager? For the Football Manager, I did. Yes. I have a save file. I've created a save file with the English, Scottish, Welsh, Northern Irish and Republic of Ireland countries loaded. All leagues from those countries. There's about 176,000 players in the database. And yes, it's ready to go. People could just drop the save file into their save folder, load the game up, load the save file. It's ready for them to create their manager and pick the club that they want to manage. So if they want to be Man United, they could be Man United. If they want to be Sheffield Wednesday, they could be Sheffield Wednesday. If they want to be Grantham Town, they could be Grantham Town. But honestly, that is going to be massively tough with 9 players. Nine players, a wage budget of £1,200 per week. Available wage budget. That is going to be hard. Because I think for the first season, you're going to really want realistically about 16 players. 11 on the pitch, 5 on the bench. So you're going to need at least 16 players minimum. You've got no staff. You've got an assistant. You haven't got an assistant manager. You've got no coaches. You've got one physio. And that's it, basically. I think you've got a physio, and that is it. So yeah, it's going to be it'll be a very rough series for someone to take on. The only good thing is, obviously, I have added all the sponsorship. So the sponsorship is correct. So the amount of money coming into the club is correct as of current times. So that's not bad, actually. From the sponsorship point of view, there's some good money coming into the club. The club is very financially stable, and it will actually be making money. So if you can get over that first initial hump, those first few months, where it's obviously going to be really rough, you're actually going to be putting some money in the bank account. So you might be able to then get more a little bit more wage budget down the road, if you sweet talk the chairperson, and you might then be able to sign some more players, some slightly better players maybe. The only other thing to look at in the save, when I loaded it up last night though, was that some of those 9 players that we have got signed are already wanted by other clubs. So if the other clubs make them contract offers, they could well just up and leave straight away, which means you'll be left with no players, and obviously you've got no transfer money or anything. So yeah, very tough one, ladies and gents, that save. But yeah, I could put the save file out there and let people have a go at it, see what they think. Right. I think we get one more unloading of the harvester, and then we've got to go and empty the trailer. I'm just thinking about all the straw that could be potentially on this field. Should I be dropping straw, collecting straw and selling straw? Because I feel that's a missed opportunity, really. That would be a chance to make a lot more profit from some of these contracts. But we'll have to have a think. Because then, of course, that's going to mean spending money on equipment to do something with the straw, whether it's bale it or pick it up loose. So that's going to require investment. If we are baling it, we're going to need a baler, and then we're going to need something to pick up and transport the bales. If we go down the loading, picking it up loose route, we're going to need something that can pull a trailer with fairly decent capacity. So we're probably going to need another tractor. Suddenly, we're moving away from being able to buy a field. So maybe I don't have ideas about doing straw. As much as it would supplement our income quite nicely, it would be the one thing break the bank. Because I doubt we'd get enough straw off one field to cover the cost of buying the machinery to do the straw. But then whether we would make enough off the second field. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube, who are watching this lovely video, we have sadly reached the end. We have got 2 contracts underway. We are in January, so when you come back in a couple of days' time to join me for the next episode in the series, we will carry on with these 2 jobs and get a little bit further down the road. So, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube, take care of yourselves, stay safe. Goodbye, everybody.